55 degrees under cloudy skies. Our local Doppler radar. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 51, winds light and variable. For Sunday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny, high 72, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, clear, low 53, winds light and variable. And on Monday, sunny along with a few clouds, high 76, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook. Traffic conditions around our area.
Abrams and Bettis, Beyond the Forecast. Weeknights 8 Eastern on the Weather Channel.
Last weekend, parts of the Northeast were cleaning up after severe storms. This weekend, it is what's left of that nasty nor'easter that just won't go away. Hello and welcome to Evening Edition. I'm Warren Madden. The nor'easter brought a flood of troubles for Virginia. Norfolk, Richmond, Williamsburg, a mess in the region. Parts of the Commonwealth underwater. But what is good news for Virginia, now bad news for North Carolina, because the system is drifting southward. So we think things will start to diminish rainfall-wise here in Virginia, but will still be around for much of the rest of the weekend into early next week for the Tar Heel State. Well, the nor'east, and let's take a peek now. The coastal flood warning still out there here from New Jersey's coast down through the Delaware Valley, down the Delmarva Peninsula, and then around the tip and back up into the southern end of Chesapeake Bay. So still seeing some northeasterly winds with it. Watch out in low-lying areas for the possibility of some coastal flooding. Well, the nor'easter started bringing a slow, steady rain in Virginia, but it quickly escalated into devastating floods. WVEC reporter Craig Savali waded through the water to check out the worst of the damage.
This is the lakeside section of Smithfield, an area that was hit very hard by this storm and by the tidal flooding. Take a look in back of me. That house appears to be totally devastated, and that's after the waters have already dropped about 2 feet. Residents out here tell me the water was actually above the street sign at one point. A number of the residents in this area had to be evacuated. The resident in that house had to crawl through a window with some of his grandchildren. This area definitely will take some time to recover. These pictures just begin to tell the story of Mother Nature's devastating blow here in Smithfield. Parts of town were completely underwater by mid-morning. Dozens evacuated on their own to nearby shelters, but some had to be rescued from their homes.
The fire department came out and got us in a boat and brought us to the fire station.
This isn't a river, it's Route 10. Tidal flooding swept across it, making it nearly impossible for anyone to get around.
I live in Surrey, and Route 10's flooded. All the back roads are flooded out. I can't get on the other side of Smithfield to Hardee's or nowhere. I can't get to a hotel room. I'm stuck.
It is a frustration shared by many, including those who were stuck in their own homes, just trying to clean up after the storm.
I'm scrubbing the floors and trying to get the water up out the floor. But I'm going to have to strip the carpet off the floors in the bedroom and in the dining room.
And by the looks of it, just having something to clean up today makes you one of the lucky ones.
Been living here 35 years and ain't seen it this bad.
In Smithfield, Craig Savali, 13 News.
All that rain really caused the rivers to rise rapidly. One case in point, the Blackwater here in Denver, Virginia, southeast of Richmond, normally running here, what, 3 feet or so deep in just a short amount of time, tripled in depth with all that water running off. And it was a lot of water. The 36-hour totals ending at 6 p.m. on Saturday shaped up like this. Jamestown seeing 10.5 inches of rain right there with Newport News at 10. Wakefield, National Weather Service office measuring there at 9.5 inches. Eagle Rock and Warsaw in 2 with a lot of rain. It just really just would not stop. But now that upper level low and the surface low that brought all that rain is just meandering southward and is centered over the Carolinas here on Saturday night. It's cut off from the main jet stream flow, so there's nothing to really get rid of it. So it's going to linger around, sort of like a visitor who comes in for a visit and then won't take the hint that you keep looking at the door saying, "Oh, gee, it's getting no, won't go away." Raleigh still seeing some rain on Sunday. Some thunderstorms around Orlando and Miami. Bright sunny day in New Orleans though at 83 degrees. And then for Monday, well, we think it will start easing out to sea, but still some showers from Duck and Kill Level Hills down to Wilmington, say Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and Savannah, Brunswick, maybe a few showers. But Raleigh, you get a drier day on Monday, it looks like, with a high of 77 degrees. Now for the Northeast, as this system heads south, you're looking very nice indeed. Lots of sunshine, drying out here for Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., and warming up a bit after that very cool day we saw here on Sunday. We're back into around 70 degrees around New York City, 73 in Philadelphia, and Monday looking pretty nice as well. A beautiful day. It's the kind of day you're looking saying, do I have to go to work? And your kids are saying, do I have to go to school? Boston, just a beautiful sunny day here. Nice day to go out and take a walk along the Charles. 74 degrees, beautiful weather for mid-October. But it's certainly going to start out pretty chilly here on Sunday morning. You get up here in Ayer and heading out to Fitchburg, and you might have to scrape some frost off your windshield before heading out to services, because there are frost and freeze advisories from the mid-Hudson Valley eastward to the shores of Boston Harbor and up toward Kennebunkport, Maine. Now, cold air, oh, it's going to be coming this week. Yes, sir. Sunday, you're saying, wait a second, 70s in the Great Lakes. Beautiful, right? Yes. But look what happens by Tuesday. We're seeing some 50s for your highs coming here from the Great Lakes over to northern New England. 50s pushing south. Even Amarillo not out of the 50s on Tuesday. And if you're getting a shiver looking at this, avert your eyes now. Okay, you're not looking? Good. Then you won't have to see this map. On Thursday, we'll see the 50s for the highs all the way south to Tupelo and Huntsville, Alabama, and you won't get out of the 30s here across the upper Midwest and the northern plains, so the furnaces start to get a workout around Minneapolis and Des Moines.
This program was brought to you by Clorox Disinfecting Wipes. Life doesn't have to stop for cleaning.
I'm one of those people who doesn't like to be
held back. I have my fast-acting inhalers.
So I thought I was in control of my asthma, but I was using my inhaler
A lot. So I learned about something more I could do.
More I could do.
More I could do.
If you use your fast-acting inhaler more than twice a week for symptoms, talk to your doctor, because you may not be in control of your asthma. Singulair helps prevent asthma symptoms before they start and helps provide 24-hour control in a once-a-day tablet. Singulair is not a steroid, and Singulair is also approved to help relieve indoor and outdoor allergy symptoms. Singulair will not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms. Continue taking your other asthma medicines as prescribed. If asthma symptoms get worse, contact your doctor at once. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Join the millions of people with asthma who have discovered Singulair.
I learned about something more I could do.
Ask your doctor about Singulair today.
If there's one thing dogs love, it's meat. That's why we made our Healthy Nuggets even meatier. Crunchy on the outside and meaty on the inside. New Healthy Nuggets, only from Pedigree.
It's time to play Take On Orbits. This week's winner is you. That's right, you.
Save now, save later. Get $50 off any trip this year. Then get $200 off these destinations through March 07.
Always use protection.
2 tips about the last 2 days of Macy's Columbus Day sale. 1, on top of store-wide savings, there's great 2-day specials. And 2, wear your flats. There's a lot of ground to cover. Macy's, way to shop.
Watch Abrams and Bettis Beyond the Forecast for an in-depth look at the day's top weather stories. It's all you need to know about weather from every angle. Abrams and Bettis, weeknights at 8 Eastern. Go beyond the forecast on the Weather Channel. Go beyond the forecast with Abrams and Bettis, weeknights at 8 Eastern. Now you're local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 55 degrees under cloudy skies. Here's our local Doppler radar. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 51. Winds light and variable. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 72. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, mainly clear skies, low 53. Winds light and variable. And on Monday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 76. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our 7-day outlook. Traffic congestion for our area.
This week, we have seen flooding both in the east and in the western U.S. Mother Nature proving no area is immune to devastating floods. In Utah, flash floods pushed rivers over their banks and flooded roads. Hanksville, Utah, for example, a bus full of kids trying to get home from school was cut off from their neighborhood by floodwaters. They did make it home safely this morning. In Virginia today, the floods are being blamed on the nor'easter that has been through the area. Some areas received as much as 10 inches of rainfall. Many roads were closed, and the water kept dozens of people out of their homes as we head into Saturday night. Well, let us now move from flooding into trying to travel. And, of course, the transition by saying the phrase the National Weather Service has put out, if you come across flooded roadway, the safest thing to do is to turn around, don't drown, because a lot of people think, oh, I can make it through that, and it turns out you can't. And the water floats your car, moves it off into a deeper water, and then takes the car down, and a lot of people have lost their lives doing that. So, it's excellent advice. Turn around, don't drown. Well, if you're flying on Sunday, Airport Hub forecast, Raleigh seeing some rain and it will be breezy. The nor'easter pretty much over. It's just a stock low-pressure system now, but still bringing some rain to the Carolinas. So we'll call it a moderate impact here at RDU, Raleigh-Durham. Denver, some showers for you in the Mile High City, but shouldn't have too much of an impact weather-wise on flight operations. Albuquerque, same story. Scattered thunderstorms. Green for aircraft operations, but if you're a balloonist, it may not be the best day to head up. Do be very aware of the chance of thunderstorms. Certainly not a situation the balloon wants to be up in the middle of a thunderstorm. Now on Sunday, highway conditions shaping up thusly. From the North Carolina-Virginia border south to Savannah on 95 is going to be a dreary breezy drive, so be aware of that. Flagstaff, Arizona, over to Amarillo on I-40. Well, we told you Albuquerque was going to see some thunderstorms. Pretty much the entire stretch could see some scattered thunderstorms. And Billings, Montana, as we launch out across the plains eastbound to Minneapolis, it is going to be windy. So high-profile vehicles, watch out for the possibility of being moved about a bit by those gusts. Thunderstorm forecast for the first part of the day on Sunday, seeing the chance of some here. Raleigh heading south to Wilmington, maybe up into central Virginia around Richmond, maybe a few here in the I-4 corridor in Florida, and stretching from South Dakota southwestward to southwestern New Mexico, maybe around the Tucson metro. I mentioned the winds here in the northern plains. There they are. Yep, seeing the windy travel extending up and down the plain states and eastward to the shores of Lake Superior. And also wanted to point out that, again, it could be a bit breezy here still across parts of the Carolinas. Now, we think Florida, at least for the Sunday morning drivers here along I-95, looking okay, but northward we go. Once we get up into, say, Savannah, and then certainly toward Florence and on to Fayetteville and Rocky Mount, seeing those showers and thunderstorms with us. For the I-40 or rather the I-10 corridor, we're okay. Maybe a few bits of fog here around San Diego, but as you head east out of Los Angeles through Phoenix, you're okay. But as you head south, eastward into, say, Tucson and over to El Paso, watch out for some showers and thunderstorms. We'll look at the week ahead when we come back.
Good Campbell's casserole, possibilities. She's got it together, knows how to treat them right. Just mix it and bake it. There's gonna be a casserole tonight. A home-cooked meal you make it with Campbell soup, chicken, rice, and cheese. Straight from the oven, bring them together, it's sure to please. Good Campbell, cheesy chicken and rice casserole, possibilities.
The Nextel Cup Series Championship is on, and we're right in the thick of it. To celebrate, Goodwrench is presenting everyone a great deal, whether you drive a race car or not. All you need to do is check out Goodwrench.com to find our valuable championship service offer. Then visit any one of your local participating GM dealers. GM Goodwrench. It's like your own personal pit crew.
I think this show will definitely change people's perception of not only the Weather Channel, but also weather.
If people are looking for something different, this is their show. It's smart, it's unscripted, great topics that people will be interested in.
Watch Abrams and Bettis Beyond the Forecast for an in-depth look at the day's top weather stories. It's all you need to know about weather from every angle. Abrams and Bettis, weeknights at 8 Eastern. Go beyond the forecast right here on the Weather Channel.
Cooler, hotter, wilder. Welcome to live streaming music on broadband from Verizon.
Today on Fox NFL Sunday, the pregame show is on the road and live in Philly for the game of the year.
This is what it's all about!
T.O. makes his return to Philadelphia and faces off against Donovan McNabb in the matchup everyone has been waiting for. Cowboys. Eagles. Live from Philadelphia, it's the fourth Fox NFL Sunday pregame show, today in HD.
The Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen, Sundays 5 Eastern. And now your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 51 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Our local Doppler radar. partly cloudy skies, low 51. Winds light and variable. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 72. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, mainly clear skies, low 53. Winds light and variable. And on Monday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 76. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Look for fair skies on Monday and Tuesday, and on Wednesday, expect mostly cloudy skies. Traffic conditions around our area.
It's a story of wet and dry. We're talking about Phoenix, Arizona, where you got a bit of rain as the front went by, but that came to an end as we finished out the week. The storms brought some vivid lightning and some gusty winds. Northern Arizona, though, still needing some rain, still running a deficit here as we head up onto the rim and the high plateau. Flagstaff, for example, 5 inches below average for the year. Here's the drought monitor as of this early October time frame, and the southeast still a bit below average, but not as much as you were previously, but still northeastern Texas well below average. Still exceptional drought going on here, and across the upper Midwest and the northern plains seeing some very severe levels of drought. Really affected the crops and the cattle this year, and as we mentioned, northern Arizona seeing that big rainfall deficit. So what does the week ahead hold as we launch toward the middle of October? Will you see some rain in these areas? Let's find out. Sunday, still seeing some showers North and South Carolina with that upper level low that is cut off and just meandering its way here, not really moving that much. Sunny skies across the Northeast. Nice day for you to get out and take a look at the foliage here across northern New England. A windy day on the northern plains. We'll see some scattered showers from Sioux Falls and Sioux City southwestward, getting to scattered thunderstorms and rain. Eastern Colorado, southward to New Mexico, and maybe a shower here in the Olympic Peninsula heading out toward Hoquiam and Quileute and Forks, maybe north to Bellingham. Now on Monday, we're still dealing with a lot of showers and even some thunderstorms across the Rocky Mountain states. And yes, some rain, snow mixing in here. Snow in the higher elevations, the Absaroka, the Teton Range. So be prepared for higher weather, higher elevation winter driving conditions. We'll slide it to the east, and we will see some rain spreading out into Kansas, but sunny skies remaining in the northeast. Still a few showers along the Carolina coast and the Georgia coast. Tuesday, we still see some showers and storms the Front Range in West Texas, right? But this really is the calm before the storm. And why do I say that? Because take a look at Wednesday's map. Wow, what happened here? Well, a combination of things. We see some atmospheric energy, an upper level low spinning its way northeastward out of the southwest, and it merges with a big low pressure system coming barreling south out of the prairie provinces, and this spells trouble. Yeah, a rainy, windy day across the mid-Mississippi Valley reaching up toward Chicago and Milwaukee. And then as you get on the northwest side of the system, yes, we're talking about snow here for North and South Dakota over into northwestern Minnesota, and it's going to be windy here as well. The system is going to head eastbound on Thursday, so look for rain and thunderstorms from New England down to the mid-Atlantic and on into the southeast. Rain, snow could get close to Chicago on Thursday, and it's going to be turning much colder behind the system as it heads eastward on Friday. Yes, here around Bradford, PA, you could see some snow showers, lake effect snow showers on Friday. By Saturday, we're still talking about cool weather here across the eastern U.S., a few showers in the Four Corners.
Chrysler is the proud sponsor of the Chrysler Classic of Greensboro Golf Tournament. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard.
If you had a mouse in your home, you'd trap it. Well, you have things like dust mite debris, bacteria, pollen, and mold spores circulating in the air in your home. A Filtrete high-performance filter traps 90% of them. An ordinary filter, just 20%. 90 versus 20. It's your home. Trap them. Filtrete filters. Clean the air you breathe. And get Filtrete air cleaning power in an air purifier.
So that's the last slide, right?
Right. So I'm hitting send?
Yeah. Wait. Who's presenting in Chicago?
McLean.
McLean?
Yeah, he can do it. Right?
Hi. Let me guess. McLean's on his own in Chicago? Have a good flight.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
Let's go to line 1. And Tim, welcome to the show. What's on your mind tonight?
Hi, Bob. I was just wondering if you could tell
I have a radio show that I do every day. I'm a financial advisor and I do money management. Improving your credit score is about making payments on time and constantly monitoring your credit report. It's real simple. The better the credit score, the better interest rates that you're going to get on consumer purchases. And that's why it's important to have a partner like True Credit so you can monitor and improve your credit score.
Start managing your credit today. Just go to TrueCredit.com and get your combined 3-in-1 credit report with information from all 3 national bureaus. Log on now and we'll include your credit score. Free. You'll know it's the right choice because we're backed by TransUnion, the name America trusts.
Getting signed up with True Credit is not a tough process. You go to the website, it's very easy to understand, and you can find out which product is right for you. You know, True Credit has a motto, manage your credit, manage your life, and that has never been more true than it is today.
Dig out the sweaters, tune up the furnaces. You're likely going to need both across much of the U.S. by later in this week. Sunday, the false sense of security here across the Great Lakes down into the Ohio Valley, highs in the 70s, even the 80s here from around Jeff City heading over toward Kansas City and Topeka. But change is afoot. On Monday, we start seeing a first shot of cooler air coming in, 50s creeping east over towards Saginaw and Flint. Still seeing the 70s for Boston and New York City. Tuesday, though, we're chilling it out here, even into New England. Highs in the 60s for Boston. May not get out of the 50s around Albany. We'll still see some pleasant conditions up and down the West Coast. Could get close to 70 in Seattle on Tuesday. But Wednesday, the bottom drops out in the north central U.S. as a big system comes on in, and we're looking at highs only in the 30s. And it's going to be windy, too, so we're going to start talking about wind chill factors here across the northern plains. This system heads east on Thursday, and we're going to be seeing highs only in the 40s here around Indianapolis and Fort Wayne. 50s press all the way south into the southern Appalachians by Friday.
Your car knows there's a new O'Reilly Auto Parts store. That means better parts, better people, and better prices are just around the corner. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts at better prices every day.
Yeah, I was just back there in the woods, came out through those pines.
There it was, and it just took off right back over there and was gone.
I tried to get my camera to take a picture, but you can't see anything on them.
I've never seen anything like it.
I want one.
Max Mancini's Nature Valley, Pyramid Peak, Colorado. Where's your Nature Valley? 100% natural, whole grains, delicious.
No matter who you are or where you live, global warming is real. I'll tell you why it's a problem and what you can do to help.
The Weather Channel brings you the Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen. Sundays 5 Eastern, only on the Weather Channel.
Go beyond the forecast with Abrams and Bettis. Weeknights at 8 Eastern. Now you're local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 51 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Our local Doppler radar. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 51, winds light and variable. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 72, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, mainly clear skies, low 53, winds light and variable. And on Monday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 76, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our week ahead. Traffic congestion for our area.
Welcome to the Weather Channel Evening Edition. I'm meteorologist Warren Madden as we head toward a Sunday. Now, both sides of the country were struggling with flash floods and heavy rains on Saturday. In Utah, rising floodwaters virtually cut off one community. KUTV reporter Jeff Yeager has the story.
Well, just last night, there was about 2 to 3 feet of water up here. You can see bone dry right now. And just today, the water level was halfway up to that rock. You can see how low it is now, but last night, it was up over those banks.
Floodwaters surged through the small town of Hanksville, turning fields into lakes and creeks into rivers. Crews did what they could to keep the roads into town clear, but efforts were virtually useless. The water was just too deep and way too fast. The water was so strong it took out this dam used to divert water for irrigation. The floodwaters even left people stranded, including a school bus full of kids.
Half of the road was gone because the river was so big, and it was like so scary. I hated it.
I mean, it was virtual in a small swale. It was probably 7 to 8 feet of water.
Kevin Hatch was driving the bus and knew the road was simply impassable.
We've seen flash floods. We grew up with them our whole lives. It's not anything new, but of this momentum and monument is quite impressive.
And knows this flood won't soon be forgotten.
In 52 years, I've seen it rain this long, and I've seen it rain this hard. But I've never seen it rain this long and this hard at one time in my entire put together.
And you can see just the damage that the river did to this part of the road, the asphalt just crumbling right into it. Now, on the other side of the street, you can see the water that was still up on this side of the road draining out right now, and crews are hoping to have this road replaced here within the next few days, hopefully within the next few weeks. In southeastern Utah, I'm Jeff Yeager reporting for the Weather Channel.
Well, let's look at the situation now for Sunday here in Utah. It looks like a better day ahead. Still some scattered showers, especially in the southern part, Utah's Dixie. But Salt Lake City, we're calling for a sunny day. Some afternoon rain moving into Denver, and looks like scattered showers and thunderstorms across the land of enchantment. We'll have a high temperature of only about 57 in Denver, so a bit cool here. 66 in Salt Lake City, and we'll hit about 72. Pleasant day in San Francisco, heading southward to San Jose. Now for Monday, notice there's some snow mixing in here in Billings, and there are Here across parts of the high country in Wyoming, winter storm watch is up for getting into Monday and Tuesday. Denver, another rainy day, so you'll probably get to use those windshield wipers as you head into work from Aurora, maybe heading up toward Boulder. High temperature in Denver, again, even colder. Wow, only 46, so definitely want to have the kids bundled up as they head out to school. 83 for the high in Phoenix, and a very nice 68. Not too bad at all here in Seattle for a mid to late October day. Now let's head a little farther eastward into the Midwest, and on Sunday we're going to see a few scattered showers here from, say, southwestern Minnesota southward into western Kansas and over into the eastern part of Colorado. But the big thing here is that it's going to be windy. Yeah, big difference in temperatures on either side of the front here. So a chilly wind north of the front, a warm southwesterly wind ahead of the front. And check the temperatures. Chicago on Sunday, you'll be all the way up into the mid-70s. St. Louis looking at 77 for your high. Cleveland at 70. By contrast, only in the mid to upper 50s for Rapid City and Fargo. And now let's press to Monday and see how it looks. And the front sags a little farther southward, so we'll see some showers in the 80 corridor. If you're launching west out of Chicago on a trip out across the plains, you run into some showers once you get out past Rockford, it looks like. And yes, there is some snow mixing in here across the Wind River Range and heading toward, say, the Bighorn Range in southern Montana. Let's check the temperatures and notice that we're still talking fairly chilly, only 44 in Rapid City, mid-50s for Fargo and Minneapolis. And I would also like to tell you that these are going to be warm compared to what you're going to see midweek, and I'll tell you more about that coming up in the weekly planner in a little bit. Here's your Sunday forecast, and there we see the showers across the Carolinas with that upper level low still cut off from the jet stream and meandering about, so not the best day for a golf game, it looks like, around Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach, but you might still be able to get it in somewhere. Sunday, also looking at sunny skies across the Northeast. Well, up next, do you think hurricane intensity is linked to global warming? Well, we're going to explore that topic. Plus, will what's left of the nor'easter that's been plaguing the mid-Atlantic ever go away? We got the weekly planner coming up. And that nor'easter brought some huge waves to the mid-Atlantic coast. We saw 6 to 8 foot waves, some higher. Tonight, we still have a slight risk of rip currents as the ocean subsides. We'll check in on that now with Nick Walker.
Day at the beach can be anything but when a rip current is involved. What is a rip current? It's a narrow, powerful current of water that flows away from shore. Typically, it extends from the shoreline through the surf zone past the breaking waves. Rip currents always occur at beaches with breaking waves. Rip strength increases in high surf. They are most likely to occur at breaks in sandbars or reefs, as well as next to piers and jetties. While you can't always tell if there's a rip current, there are a few clues to watch out for. A narrow channel of churning, choppy water through the surf zone. A notable difference in water color, such as a narrow channel of brownish, sandy water. And near areas where breaking waves are smallest. Rip currents don't pull people under, they pull them out, away from shore. Drownings occur when people can't get back in. I'm meteorologist Nick Walker.
This program was brought to you by Warm Delights from Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker Warm Delights. In minutes, you're into decadent molten caramel cake. So inviting, it's pure delight. Warm Delights. You're just 3 minutes from heaven.
Este es mi isla Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Explore beyond the shore.
They wish to cure us, and I say we are the cure.
I'm not gonna let that happen. For you.
X-Men, The Last Stand, today.
That's it.
There's an accident in this country every 5 seconds. Allstate thinks that's too often. So they have rewards to encourage you to drive safely. Now, for each year you go without having one of these, you'll get $100 off your deductible. It's called Deductible Rewards. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. Let's all state stand. Are you in good hands?
They are the kings and queens, the potentates of the road. We recognize them by their restless wing-tipped feet. We support them with new, thicker mattresses and lay the freshest fine white linens at their feet. An offering of respect. Our beds, ourselves, courtyards changed it all for them. Rest well, my liege. Rest well.
Watch Abrams and Bettis Beyond the Forecast for an in-depth look at the day's top weather stories. It's all you need to know about weather from every angle. Abrams and Bettis, weeknights at 8 Eastern. Go beyond the forecast on the Weather Channel.
The Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen, Sundays 5 Eastern. And now your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 51 degrees under fair skies. Our local Doppler radar. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 51, winds light and variable. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 72, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, mainly clear skies, low 53, winds light and variable. And on Monday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 76, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The week ahead. Traffic conditions around our area.
Hurricane season 2005 produced a record-setting number of storms and also a record number of Category 5 hurricanes. Emily, Katrina, Rita, and Wilma all packed winds in excess of 155 miles per hour. Now, is this just part of a natural cycle, or is it another sign of global warming? Now, before you check out our new show, Climate Code, on Sunday, Dr. Heidi Cullen, our climate expert, dives into this hot debate tonight.
It's August 25th. A Category 1 hurricane named Katrina comes ashore north of Miami, Florida.
I can't believe how strong this wind is.
But then, after crossing South Florida, Katrina explodes over the Gulf of Mexico. During the same season, two other hurricanes, Rita and Wilma, become even more intense than Katrina. So here's the million-dollar question. Is global warming making hurricanes more intense?
The answer is we don't know yet. Based on all the meteorological information we've gathered so far, it's a very short record. It's not just the sea surface temperature that controls how strong cyclones get. There are many other factors, including the overall circulation around the hurricane.
While we may never know how much global warming affected the 2005 season, last year's parade of intense hurricanes set off a debate between meteorologists.
As far as we can tell, global warming not going to have a zero change, but something pretty small a long ways in the future.
And climatologists who say global warming is influencing natural climate cycles and hurricane intensity.
where we're already at is 50% more Category 4 and 5 storms relative to the previous peak of the cycle, which was in the 1950s.
Since 1995, we've swung back to the peak of a natural cycle called the Atlantic Multi-Decadal Oscillation, or AMO. When the AMO is negative, the North Atlantic Ocean is cool, and on average, you'll see fewer intense hurricanes. And when the AMO switches to positive, the North Atlantic Ocean is warm, and you'll generally see more intense hurricanes, even without global warming. But most scientists now believe that global warming will make future hurricanes more intense, and some believe that future is already here. Recent studies suggest that the number of Category 4 and 5 hurricanes has nearly doubled since 1970. No studies have shown signs of decreasing intensity. In the meantime, global warming is making sea levels rise. That means more coastal flooding and erosion. Even as more and more people choose to live on the coast, that coast is becoming increasingly vulnerable to climate change. I'm climatologist Heidi Cullen.
Now you can see more global warming news tomorrow at 5 Eastern Time on Climate Code. And we'll have more on the tropics in just a few minutes in the tropical update. But now let's launch into the weekly planner, where some big changes are in store over the coming weeks. Starting on Sunday here, we'll be seeing, in addition to some showers in the Carolinas, that meandering upper-level low, we'll see some showers in the southwest reaching up to Colorado and out into the western plains. Upper-level low here across the southwest feeding the moisture northeastward, and that also occurs here on Sunday going into Monday. So here's those showers in the Carolinas, North and South Carolina. There's the moisture flow from the southwest on Sunday, still there on Monday. Now for the northeast on both Sunday and Monday, it's going to be a great day. Sunny skies, temperatures very pleasant indeed. But now we're going to be seeing the changes start in. Tuesday, the calm before the storm is a phrase that certainly applies here, because while we still see some showers here in the southwest, this upper level low is going to come out into the plains on Wednesday rather, and meet up with this big low coming down from the northwest, and put it all together, it spells a rainy and windy day ahead of the system and a snowy and windy day northwest of the system here across the North Dakota, South Dakota area, even into northwestern Minnesota. This is all moving eastward. We can see some snowflakes mixing in Madison and Milwaukee on Thursday. Rainy, stormy day for the northeast and the mid-Atlantic on Thursday. And then behind it, much colder as that northwesterly flow drives cooler air well down into the Tennessee Valley and then eastward to the mid-Atlantic on Saturday. How cold are we speaking of? This cold. Certainly doesn't look good on Sunday, right? Very pleasant in the 70s all the way north to the shores of Lake Michigan. But notice there's the first cool down happening on Monday and on Tuesday, and then kaboom. Here it comes. Highs only in the 30s for the Dakotas and much of Minnesota on Wednesday, and will drive the 40s eastward to the Great Lakes. And by Friday, we're talking highs only in the 40s well into the eastern Great Lakes around Pittsburgh and Buffalo.
Protect yourself from this winter's high energy costs at Lowe's Energy Saving Days. Lowe's has what you need, from weather stripping, insulation and caulk, to appliances, and Energy Star qualified compact fluorescent light bulbs, which can save up to $50 in energy costs per bulb. Visit Lowe's.com/energy for more energy-saving products and ideas. Lowe's, let's build something together. Now purchase select items and you may be eligible for a tax credit of up to $500. Visit Lowe's.com/energy for details.
Why was last January the warmest on record?
Why am I paying so much for gas?
Are we getting closer to another dust bowl?
What can I do to stop it?
No matter who you are or where you live, global warming is real. I'll tell you why it's a problem and what you can do to help.
The Weather Channel brings you the Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen, our new weekly in-depth look at the climate and the effects it's having on our world. The Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen, Sundays 5 Eastern, only on the Weather Channel.
Not in my community. Nope. We're not going to get it. That's clear.
Not us either. We're not wealthy enough.
They're not coming to my neighborhood.
Verizon's lobbying Harrisburg for special rules so they can pick and choose which neighborhoods get their video service. And Verizon wants to serve the wealthy communities, leaving out most of rural Pennsylvania, middle-class suburbs, and our cities. Call your legislator before Election Day and let them know you want them to stick up for our neighborhoods.
During Hispanic Heritage Month, we celebrate the contributions our community has made to this nation. One area of great success is in business. Today, there are nearly 2 million Hispanic-owned businesses across America, generating $44 billion in sales every year. Hispanic-owned companies have grown 82% since 1997, making this the fastest-growing business segment in the nation. We salute these business owners and thank them for their contribution to our economic growth, benefiting all Americans.
Go beyond the forecast with Abrams and Bettis, weeknights at 8 Eastern. Now, your local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 51 degrees under fair skies. Here's our local Doppler radar. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 51, winds light and variable. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 72, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, mainly clear skies, low 53, winds light and variable. And on Monday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 76, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Look for fair skies on Monday and Tuesday, and on Wednesday, expect mostly cloudy skies. Traffic congestion for our area.
Welcome to the Tropical Update, 50 after the hour. And if you're a regular Weather Channel viewer, you might have recognized that whenever we start the Tropical Update off with talking about, past seasons and comparisons of this season to last season, it usually means you can breathe a sigh of relief because it means we don't have anything more pressing to talk about. And that's the case tonight. Glad to report that. But boy, what a difference between 05 and 06. Now, through early October, in a typical season, we expect about, on average, 8 named systems, 4 or 5 making it to hurricane, and 2 getting up to major status, Category 3 or higher on the Saffir-Simpson scale. And really, in 2006, that's about what we've seen. So although you might say, wow, it's been a quiet season this year, it's actually been a fairly average one when you look back at it. But most of the storms, at least the stronger ones, have all been out in the mid-Atlantic. The other reason you're saying, wow, what a quiet season is compared to 2005, and yes, I'll get out of the way now, it has been a quiet season. Up to this point, we'd seen in 05 almost twice as many storms, double the number of hurricanes, and 5 major hurricanes already in 2005. An unbelievable season. And October 05 was an unbelievable month just in and of itself. Yeah, we saw 6 named storms in the month, which tied the October record, 2 of which hit major status. We saw the first ever landfall in recorded history since we started watching these things of a tropical system on Spain. That was Tropical Depression Vince. We also ran out of names for the first time ever since we started naming these things and had to go to the Greek alphabet. So for the first time ever, we saw Tropical Storm Alpha. And we also saw a very impressive feat here, the lowest central pressure on record in the Atlantic Basin. That was Hurricane Wilma at 882 millibars in the Western Caribbean. But compared to today, oh, a much quieter scenario for 06 here in this early October time frame. Saw some nasty weather here between Bermuda and Puerto Rico, but it has gotten sheared apart, torn apart by upper-level winds. The central Atlantic coming across from the tropics, a lot of showers and storms in there, but again, nothing that's spinning up and the western Caribbean. We do have a batch of showers and storms here off the coast of Honduras and Nicaragua. They could cause some very heavy rains here in Central America, but right now, still, with the upper level winds tearing at this, we do not anticipate it being able to spin up into a tropical depression. We'll be right back.
Chrysler is the proud sponsor of the Chrysler Classic of Greensboro Golf Tournament. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard.
Goodyear is delivering a truckload of great values. You can get up to a $40 cash card with a purchase of a set of 4 selected Goodyear tires, or double your cash card up to $80 when you make your purchase on your new or existing Goodyear credit card. Better yet, get 12 months no interest when you use your Goodyear credit card on purchases of $500 or more. These offers end October 28. Go to GoodyearTires.com or your participating Goodyear retailer for your mail-in cash card form. Plus, check out our award-winning tires, only from Goodyear.
It can be nerve-wracking, but there's nothing like owning your own business. My limo service runs from Jersey to Beijing, and so does the bookkeeping trail. I needed to simplify. Now I can chase a dream instead of an invoice.
Open Access. It's how we helped Amy consolidate hundreds of international invoices into one payment. Open. How American Express serves small business.
Daddy, I'm not a little girl anymore, and I want to paint my room.
You can do that.
Well, I sort of meant you could.
I'll supervise.
These are the colors I want to paint my room.
Let me show you something. Go ahead and push that button, and it's going to be a perfect match. It's really cool. Dip it in just really gently. There you go. Make sure to wipe it off on the side. You got it.
You do good work.
Thanks, Daddy.
Well, regardless of the temperatures across the U.S. this week, there will be a bunch of hot air to be found over Albuquerque, New Mexico. Why? Because for the next week, the skies over the land of enchantment will be filled with sights such as these. It's all part of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. It's now in its 3rd decade. Guests come from all over the world to enjoy the festival. And, of course, the sights of these hot air balloons just drifting lazily across the sky. Now, for Sunday, might be a bit of a not great day for ballooning here around Albuquerque. There are thunderstorms in the forecast, hopefully, especially during the morning hours. A lot of balloonists like to go up early in the morning. The air is calmer and cooler, so the balloons, when they're filled with hot air, tend to have better lift. Hopefully we'll have a better chance here in the morning, but watch out for some thunderstorms in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies in the mid and lower Mississippi Valley, and still some persistent showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder in the Carolinas with that stubborn upper level low. Well, thank you for joining us tonight for the Weather Channel Evening Edition. We're going to check your local forecast. Local on the 8s, that's up next.
When Kate came into Pearl Vision, I gave her eyes a complete optometric checkup. Then she found the perfect frames for her face and her style. They're Kate's eyes, but they're my responsibility.
Right now at Pearl Vision, buy 1 pair of eyeglasses and get a free pair valued up to $200.
It's time to play Take on Orbits. This week's winner is you. That's right, you.
Save now, save later. Get $50 off any trip this year. Then get $200 off these destinations through March 07th.
And don't forget your toothbrush.
Now, X-Men: The Last Stand, as you've never seen it before, with 10 deleted scenes and 3 alternate endings. X-Men: The Last Stand, today.
Good news, no more hassles with Wi-Fi hotspots. We're upgrading to Verizon Wireless, so you can work where you need to.
Bus in Boston?
Yes.
Car wash in Columbus?
Sure.
Mall in Memphis?
Yeah.
Rest stop in Raleigh?
Okay.
But a hot tub in Vegas, baby!
Oh,
yeah! Vegas, baby!
Well, can we? Absolutely.
See you in Vegas.
Only one network gives you the broadband access card with America's most reliable wireless broadband network, Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Vegas, baby!
No matter who you are or where you live, global warming is real. I'll tell you why it's a problem and what you can do to help.
The Weather Channel brings you the Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen. Sundays 5 Eastern, only on the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. You can also get reliable forecasts from the Weather Channel through this radio station or newspaper.
The Climate Code with Dr. Heidi Cullen. Sundays 5 Eastern. And now your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 52 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Our local Doppler radar. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, low 51, winds light and variable. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 72, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Sunday night, mainly clear skies, low 53, winds light and variable. And on Monday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 76, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook. Traffic conditions around our area.